Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today is day 2 of the Triangle Prairie prep work. On day 1, we had quite the good burn, but this stuff right here did not burn all the way, and it's pretty darn close to that cedar tree. If it lights that cedar tree on fire, that thing's gonna go up like a candle. So I'm gonna move that wood, any unburnt stuff, over into the main pile, as well as my prunings from last winter. And this, I have the top front of the tiny house that was taken out, and one of the doors, and some cardboard boxes, of course. So first thing I need to do, though, is to cut out all of these little trees. They are everywhere in here. I need to cut them out and apply Torden to the stumps. If you're unfamiliar with Torden, Torden is a stump killer. So if I cut these off down here and put a little dab of Torden on it, they're not going to come back. I've already cut these down 2 years ago, and they just came right back. I came through here with the brush cutter with Natalie and took out all these little trees that used to be here, and now most of them are coming back. Okay, yeah, this is going to be quite the job. I need to get the trees that are closest to the fire first. That way I can light the fire whenever I want and keep working elsewhere. So let's get started with that. I'll grab the lopper and my little Saker mini chainsaw. Here's my little Torden kit. I have my mini chainsaw, the oil for the mini chainsaw, Torden, gloves, a rag, and I'm going to use this to cut most of this stuff. The little chainsaw I'll use on stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to film most of this. They're everywhere, and I really need to move quick, otherwise I won't get this done. So I'll show you a couple of them, and then I'll get the rest done. Want to get these as close to the ground as possible, just so they're not a trip hazard. Just cut it off like that, and apply a small puddle of Torden on the top of the wound, and that's it. And any place I kneel down like this to do this, there's probably 3 or 4 right in the same area. And that's true here as well. We have, well, that just pulled out. We have one here and one here. Even though the top's broken off on this, it will still come back. I can just yank that one. Yeah, I guess I should try these first. Some of them are just gonna yank out. Okay, let's get at this. Okay, I am all done cutting and Tordenizing the suckers. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it or not, but there was hundreds of them here. That took maybe a little over an hour. That stuff over there, that's all blackberries and stuff. That's all brambles all along the trail there. I'm going to be cutting that with the brush whacker a little later. Then, as it resprouts, I'll spray it with Tricoplur. Tricoplur is a strong brush killer, but it won't kill grass. So any native grasses that are growing in there will be just fine. I got to start raking this up and getting it in the pile. But first, I'm going to take my Saker mini chainsaw, and dice this up a bit. I just want to save a few of the larger pieces. This branch right here was pruned off of that big oak right behind the house, and it has some sentimental value, so I'd like to get some warmth from it next winter. So I'll probably go up to here and make some little sticks of firewood. All right, let's dice this up and then we'll get to the raking. Okay, that takes care of the big stuff. Now I got to get back here and rake some of this up and cut them brambles, and then that's probably all I can do today. It's too windy to burn. We got probably 14-mile-an-hour winds, and they're from the wrong direction. They're going right towards that cedar, and this is going to be a big fire. So if the wind dies down, I'll burn it today. Otherwise, I'll just put this video in the can and wait till we can burn. I did want to get a couple trees cut too, but if I can't burn today, I'll just wait for another day, get the trees cut that day, and do a really big burn. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to take a break, and when we come back, I'm hoping I can get my brush whacker started, and if so, we'll take down all of these brambles and get this raked up a bit. I just checked the weather forecast, and tomorrow morning we have a light breeze coming from that direction, so that's perfect. We'll light this up tomorrow morning. Got the place pretty cleaned up. I'm going to burn that stuff as well. That's the top panels from the tiny house and the door for the tiny house. Yeah, it's looking real nice in here. I'll be raking this again once the grass is all dead and doing a little burn over here, but it's getting there. It's going to be ready for the buffalo grass when it's time to plant that. So my current thinking is to get this completely burned out and then take out maybe 4 or 5 trees. Take out this cherry, and I'm not sure if that was an ash or if that was a walnut, but take that one out as well. Probably this one here. Yeah, and this burnt one here. That'll open up the entire center of this. Oh, and the apple and the cedar there, and I'd like to take out the one that the camera is on there as well. That way he can widen this trail. Our dirt guy can come through here with his dozer and widen this trail a little bit. It gets really pinched here because he went between that tree and that tree. I should have told him to just take those out, but I didn't, and they're still here. So I should probably take those out as well, but that'll be a lot of work dicing all that stuff up, and I really don't have the time. Yeah, we'll see on that, but the burn is going to be in a couple minutes. It's been about 8 hours since I lit this fire this morning. There's still a little bit of heat coming off of it, but for the most part it's out. It's going to start raining in about 2 hours, so that'll get this completely out. The area looks really nice. Within a few months, this is all going to be buffalo grass, except for the native grasses that are already growing here. I believe there's some side oats grama and probably a little bit of Indian grass growing in here, but we'll find that out. This right here, that's not a native grass because it's green. I'm not sure what that is, but that'll be killed. Looking real good. So the next thing that's going to be going on here is I got to remove those two trees, and 2 trees up there so that he can widen the road. He's going to be doing some work here, our dirt guy. And let me show you this road. Well, you can see this. These trees were in the way, so he kind of squeaked between these and those, and it's real narrow here. I want him to follow this line and go right through here, take that boulder out, take the trees out. I'll cut the trees down at about 4 feet so he can get it with the dozer and push the stump out. Take both of these out, and then I want him to round the corner so that we can come down with the gator and just go right around. We'll have them do the same thing on this side. Take the trees out and then round this corner so that we can come down here and go around. And you can see there's a bump out right here, and then it's not really bad by that tree up there. I can probably leave them if I have to, but I want them to take this bump out as well. The biggest problem is when I pull the gator down here to do work, and a little bit later in the summer, the only place I can step out is into some thick weeds. All this stuff will be really tall a little bit later in the summer. Yeah, I'm real happy with this burn. And once this grass dies out, I'll go through here with the blowtorch and burn out the stuff like this. Probably rake this again, but I'm hoping the last time I rake it is when I rake the seeds in. So, if you want to see me take those trees out, it's going to be kind of interesting because I got to take them out at like 4 feet tall. Make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.